Right, so now we're going to cover logical functions. So the logic functions are these six that you see right here. And, false, if error, not, or, and true. So seven. But basically what these functions do is they're a way to evaluate one expression against another. So let's see what we mean. So if we do over here, let's start typing. Let's start with the and function. So that's the first one. So and. So what this function does is, as you can see here, and here's a logical expression one, logical expression two, and then this will return a true or a false value. So if I say 1 is less than 2 and 2 is less than 3 and hit enter, this should return true because 1 is less than 2 and 2 is less than 3. Boom. So where this is useful is not in trivial cases like this that I just made up, but where you can do something where you say, let's say you want to see easily which columns or which Olympians won more gold medals than they won silver. So let's say if this is greater than this and they won more gold than bronze, we'll do this as another expression. Boom. So that returns true. And so if we were to copy this down across a couple, we can see that for a lot of these people, especially because I think we have them ranked in terms of medals, we have a lot of Olympians who have medaled in more gold medals than they have in silver or bronze. Now with this is the opposite case. So you see that their silver medals, they've won more silvers than golds, and so we have a false. Now, what happens if one of these things is true and the other isn't? So let's say we want there to be more gold than silver, but more bronze than gold. What happens? So let's say bronze is greater than gold. That evaluates to false. So this is because with the and statement, both of the logical statements that you're evaluating with this function need to be true. Now, if we switch this to the or statement, this would actually evaluate to true. Because with or, all you're asking is if one of these is true, or if this other statement is true, return true. Now, if neither of them are true, like let's say silver is greater than gold, it will return false. So that is the and or statement. So the other statement we're going to cover that you'll use quite often is the if statement. And so, a lot of the other logical statements you don't end up using much. Like if error, I've never used in my life. Don't know anyone who has. Not very common. True returns the logical value true. Not super useful. It's just a way, unless you're doing really complex engineering, like if you wanted to say, is this number divided by 3, I don't know what that returns actually. Divided by 3 doesn't make sense. It would be, yeah, anyway, I don't want to go into this. The point is you never use the true statement. It's not super useful, but what is useful and what we'll focus on now is the if statement. So if will return a value depending on the logical expression. So you can say if, let's say if gold is greater than silver, you want to return gold. So let's see what we're doing here. So we can go to the formula bar up here. So what we're asking and what we're saying is if gold, which is this G2, is greater than silver, we want this statement to return gold. Now, if silver, if not, we can return false. So let's see, let's drag this down. So all these gold is greater. Let's find one where that's not the case. Where's one that silver is greater than gold? Here we go. And there you can see what the statement, the way this statement evaluates is you pass it a true or false function, then you cover, and then you say, okay, is this statement true? If so, print this. So that's your first argument. If not, print this. And so what you can do here is, let's say you wanted to say, you wanted a list of everyone that was in every Olympian who won more golds than silvers and was a U.S. citizen. So how are we going to do this? So what we're going to do is we could, well, so that will require a nested statement, which we'll get to in the next lecture. But I just want to show you how you can use the if statement. So if, let's see, if C2 equals, oops, hit the enter button there accidentally. If C2 equals United States, if C2 equals United States, then return USA. If not, return other. USA. Now when we copy this down a bunch, we can see here are the medalists that are not from the US. And so what you could make this really cool is you can use an if statement and then use conditional formatting to say, you know, text contains USA, make the background color a light blue. And so if we applied this across the whole range, come on. Hold on. Here's a problem. Change the range. There we go. So if we apply this across the entire range, it's very easy to pick out and see, oh, okay, so this person won a medal and he's from the US. So you can do all kinds of things with these by combining tools that we've built on in the past that we've already covered. So if statements are incredibly, incredibly powerful. Conditional formatting, another really powerful tool. Next, we're going to get into text functions, and then we'll end with nested functions, which is where you can do some really complex and really, really cool stuff. So hang tight. Next, on to text manipulation.